So we are back with another true multi-tool, and this one looks like a winner. Now, this right here is a half multi-tool to some extent of this one that I already reviewed, but it's got some very important differences. So let's go over this beauty right here for around $18 on Amazon. Now, one of the first things that I find really interesting about this is that it has this heavy duty bottle opener, and this is also considered a flat edge scraper. So I think this right here will interest a lot of people because it's almost like a pry tool right here. Now this is non-locking. This is a pretty thick tool right here. It looks like it's meant for some heavy duty stuff. And that is a cool tool that I think a lot of people will really enjoy. And I don't know, like, can it open paint cans maybe? I can think of a whole bunch of uses where this could actually come in handy. You could almost use this as a screwdriver, perhaps, for some of those ancient old flat bolts. If you run across them, sometimes you need a very large screwdriver, and you might be able to make this work for all kinds of different options. So this right here, again, when I say that's a half tool of this, it's not exactly because it will be a little bit smaller than the actual multi-tool right here. So this comes in at 3.7 ounces on my scale, so it is a very light tool indeed. I've got a very nice pocket clip. Now this is another departure from the original multi-tool that I got. And this one right here sort of has a more wireframe look to it, where this one was just a full pocket clip. And then we also have the titanium. Now they're still advertising this as a titanium multi-tool. What that means is it's titanium coated. So it is not made out of completely titanium materials. That would probably make it very, very expensive, but it does have that titanium coat, or I guess color to it. Now we also have a Tanto locking blade as well. And then there we go right there. So this one right here is fairly easy to deploy right here. Some of the tools on the original multi-tool right here are a little stiff. So on this one right here, wow, that is very, very stiff. And perhaps I need to adjust this joint, but I am planning to actually buy a whole new tool because of some issues we'll get into pretty soon here. So not only does it have the blade, not only does it have this really cool pry bar, can opener, and also it has a really unique bit driver. So this is a minimalist tool, but this is the kind of minimalist tool I like, in that it has a lot of the things that I think would be very useful. Now, some people will say, well, it doesn't have scissors. Well, that's true. It doesn't. But that is something that you can perhaps carry with you. And again, we just reviewed this folding pair of scissors, so perhaps something like that might be something you could add to your kit. And then complemented with this right here, it might be a really good toolkit. Now this has double 1/4-inch bits. Now these, at first it looks like they're double-sided, but they aren't. It has a space rather for storage in the back, and then it has obviously the bit driver in the front. Now it has two positions to lock. So it can lock here, or it can lock right here. And the issue I had with the original multi-tool, and while I wasn't sure if I wanted to buy this or not, is that this right here, let's get the bit driver out. So fold this back up again. This bit driver right here, it doesn't lock. So I can put it in the locking position, and then it doesn't lock. So I'm not sure, trying to figure out why it doesn't, but I've not quite sure been able to figure that out yet. So for some reason, they have made this lock slant. And this one is the same way. So I thought it needed to be all the way across to catch, but this slants as well, and this works fine. So it's got to be, I don't know. Something went wrong with this one. So I do plan to get another one and test it out and make sure the full-size multi-tool actually locks. But this tool right here, I've been playing with it and carrying it around with me. And so far, it has been fine. It will lock in both positions. And I really yanked hard on it and I cannot get it to collapse. Obviously, if you push down on here, it will. But what I'm saying is if you hold it right, well, there we go. So I got to collapse there. Let's try again. No. So yeah, I can't get it to collapse. So if you push that button, obviously it will, but it won't collapse otherwise. So as of right now, I am definitely recommending this tool. I feel like it is a great value at around $18, definitely cheaper than some of Gerber's offerings. And it locks, whereas in some tools like the SwissTech and some of these other half-style tools, a lot of times the bit driver is not locking. So that's, again, one of the big issues with the Gerber armbar was that it doesn't lock, where this one actually does. So I think this one right here is actually I don't know if I'd say a better option, but it is a locking option. So anyway, keep that in mind. So again, very happy so far with this. This will be the packaging it comes in. Again, it says the titanium block, a multi-tool. It's got the Tonto blade, the locking driver with bits, heavy-duty bottle opener, and that's pretty much what you get. So you've got it locks in the 90 and the 180 degrees. And then again, it does have the magnetic bit driver arm. So when you deploy this right here, so yeah, you can fill the magnet in there as well. So put in another, yeah. So that's pretty cool that it does have that magnet as well. You don't have to worry about detent, buying special bits. With that magnet, it's just ready to go. So they do, one of the things I find interesting is they do really want to emphasize that this was designed in Texas, USA, but this is Chinese made. So it may be designed in the US, but it is not produced in the US as far as I know. But they really want to tell you that it was designed in the US. So again, 2.75 inch blade. And then you do have that titanium nitride coating with 3CR13 steel. So keep that in mind. But overall, yeah, pretty happy with it for $18. I think it's a good tool. Again, it's got the pocket clip, locking bit driver, and the knife, and the really cool pry bar bottle cap lifter.